Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Microsoft made it easy for everyone. Join 150 million developers around the world that have access to the feature of Copilot in GitHub and in your Visual Studio directly. This new feature will enable you to develop new applications and accept codes made from prompts with Copilot using AI models that you like. My name is Bilal Marwan. I'm Cloud Technical Architect, Azure expert, and Microsoft certified trainer since 2017. If you have a GitHub account, you might receive an email from GitHub announcing the access to GitHub Copilot that becoming free within your GitHub account. This will offer you 2,000 code suggestions a month, a 50 Copilot chat messages a month, choosing your AI model from Claude 3.5, OpenAI, GPT-4, and so on. Let's check together how to enable the feature from Visual Studio Code and go through all the steps. So here in Visual Studio Code, we go to extension, then we look for Copilot, then we install the extension GitHub Copilot. This will install the GitHub Copilot chat extension as well at the same time. And then we need to sign in to GitHub. Okay, continue as my official account, authorize. Then here we click on Start GitHub Copilot Free. And bingo, here from GitHub website, we are able to ask Copilot whatever we want. So let's ask GitHub Copilot the first question. Create a Node.js application with Hello World home page. Let's start with this. Create workspace. Let's choose our folder. This will go ahead and create the files for me. Okay, let's check here. So Copilot GitHub. This is the source, the routes, the view. So as you can see here, hello world. This is quite simple. All right. Let's then ask Copilot how to run Node.js application locally. How to run locally. Okay. So this did prompt me here on the other file. Authorize Visual Studio Code. Confirm, open. Okay. This is quite interesting. So open the terminal and navigate to My Code app. That's fine. Okay. We have the button to paste it right in the... Oh, okay. Let me go back to Copilot demo. Then cd to my code. All right. npm install. This is installing. All right. And npm starts. All right. So let's try this in our browser. And voila. This is working from the first time. So this is quite simple application. Let's try to add a database to it. Add Azure SQL database to register users with first and last name and birth date. All right. Let's check what he will bring as. To add Azure SQL database support to register users with first name and Install the necessary packages. Okay. Create a new file, dbgs in the source directory. Okay. Update the app.js to connect to the database. Update the index.js to handle user registration. Create a table in your Azure SQL database. So all the steps down to integrate this feature. All right. Okay. Let's integrate this into our code. This will be easy because we apply it in editor, and this will apply the code directly in our code. Well, we didn't install the MS SQL. Okay, so this is the code that he's been adding. Let's install MS SQL. All right. Let me bring this here. I think this should be better for visibility. So in the next step, we need to create a table on our Azure SQL database. So let's copy the query. Let's jump over to my SQL Management Studio. I already created a brand new database. Let's connect to it. Okay, so let's create a new query. Paste this and execute. And it's done. So let's check the table. And here you go. So we do create a DBU users with the first name and last name and birth date columns. Next, let's go and make sure that the environment variables are set properly. So I did prepare this according to what was said, asked by Copilot. So let's copy paste all the steps. Okay. And the DB name. And then let's start our application. All right. Let's go back to the navigator. Oh, voila. The application is working. Let's add the first user, which is myself. And you know when I was bold, user successfully registered. Let's go back to our database and I select the 1000 top row. And here we go. Our application is working properly. And let's ask make the interface more beautiful with blue schema. All right, let's check that. All right, so he's adding some tiles to our folder. Okay, create a new file in the views directory. Okay, let's add this. Styles.css. Oh, we need to rename it. Let's accept the code. And here we go. Accept changes. Let's run the application again and go back to the browser, refresh it. Well, it seems like it didn't do a lot of things. There are no schema here in blue and so on. Did we apply all the changes here. Okay. I'm not sure if this is working properly as expected. Let's make sure that it did apply all the changes to our file. Okay. So it didn't put all changes. Now let's restart our application and go back to our browser. Oh, this is much, much more beautiful than before. So user, last name, just for the sake of testing, user registered successfully, even the prompt has been updated. So let's refresh this again. And here is our second user registered. So the application is created. Let's ask Copilot to add a new page, to display existing users. All right. Okay, we need to add users HTML. In the views, all right, a new file, users.html, and then let's accept the code. Accept changes. Then in index.js, which is update the index.js. Well, I don't have index.js file here. Did we miss any part in previously? Index.html, app.js, db.js. Well, we didn't have any index.js file. So let's double check. Okay. In views, index.js file to handle new routes. Okay. So this should be in source routes. Well, we don't have any folder routes here. Okay. This is becoming quite interesting. Let's create this. Oh, not file. We need to create a folder with that we will call it routes. Then we will create a new file, index.js, and then we will add this. I'm not sure about the solution, but let's accept it. Let's follow the steps. Index.html. Let's add this. Accept changes. App.js, which is here. Add code. Accept changes. And let's refresh our page. Okay, so it did add view users. Cannot get slash users page. View users link in home page is not working. properly. Oh, well, we did a typo, but let's check if it's able to interpret it well. Let's ensure that the link in the user's page is correctly set up and that's well, he did interpret it well. Uh-huh. Okay. It did change something here. And then in index HTML, let's add this page. Oh, well, this is working properly. And here is how we create an application from end to end from scratch without any knowledge on development using GitHub Copilot. Let's add last thing, add menu top bar to navigate between different application pages. Well, we do. Okay, so style CSS. In view style CSS, we need to go there. Did it finish to create everything? Yes, everything has been generated. Accept everything. Index HTML. Will this take a moment? And here we go. Accept changes. All right. Users HTML. Accept code. Let's check out. Wow. Home, view users, and voila. So that's it for today's video. If you did found it helpful, please let me know in the comment below and subscribe to my channel. I'm releasing videos every single week. If you are looking for any particular subject, do not hesitate to let me know. Stay safe. Cheers. Bye bye.